So I've been on the I'm dumber than a caveman diet for 11 months now. We're just bashing things with clubs and eating them. For the most part, I've been feeling pretty good. No bloating, no gas, digestion feels decent. Energy levels up and down. I'm so tired after I eat, but eventually I feel fantastic. Sometimes, 40% of the time. My skin cleared up, my confidence levels rose. Like just everything pretty much feel good town in my face. So you'd think the blood would reflect my good feelings, but they don't. They do not.
I am a vegan, you are a loser.
So before we get into the results, I've been carnivore 11 months. I've tried to add in plants. My goal from the beginning is to add in plants. That's what a carnivore diet is. It's an elimination diet. You eliminate everything but meat and then see what can I tolerate. Like every carnivore I know either drinks coffee, they add salt, they're doing spices, they're trying things, juicing, avocados. It's like it's not meant to be this nothing but meat for life. So back off. All you are never carnivore. You're worse than the vegans, you carnivores. Losers. For the most part, I'm eating nothing but meat, high quality, grass-fed if I can find it, organic at the least. The very least is at least antibiotic and hormone-free meat, and I won't dip down to factory farm town. So high quality stuff. Sometimes I juice cucumbers. I feel better with them, so that's like a sign they're good. So I've been tracking my blood test back to 2009 as a vegan. I was vegan for 10 years before I did this experiment. 99% vegan, you losers. Stop it. Just stop it. So I was curious how my carnivore blood is going to compare to my vegan blood. Is it going to be fatty and deficient and just thick? So I did these tests at 18 hours fasted. I usually fast. For most of this journey, I've been doing 1 meal a day and then I switched to 2. And I usually have anywhere from 4 to 7 hour eating window. So I still do intermittent fasting, and my blood sugar, 5.3. Pretty normal. No sugar intake. Take that. Now I won't go through every single result. I'll post everything. I'll put pictures of everything just in case you're curious of everything I tested, but the ones that stick out to me, so the creatinine was the one I was most afraid of. That's the kidneys. If you have high creatinine, your kidneys are not filtering it. And first I will say this. There's some people in the carnivore community that are saying the creatinine levels don't matter and that usually it's the muscle mass. If you have more muscle, then you have more creatinine. That's like a half truth, like a half midget truth. Technically, yes, your muscles use creatine for fuel, and then the byproduct is creatinine, and your body has no use for that whatsoever. So the only way to get it out is through your kidneys. If you have high levels, your kidneys are not filtering it out. It would make sense that Arnold Schwarzenegger has more creatinine levels than me, yes, but he also has more kidney damage than me, bitch. Now, from what I've researched, pretty much always, the mainstream reference range is off. They're just completely off, always, in every little category. So like they say you can be as high as 110 and be safe. I wouldn't trust a 1-kidneyed dog with those levels, I'll tell you that much. So as a vegan, I had 0.75, and those are decent levels. I was trying to get it down. I was hoping I could see it down at like 0.6 to just have the kidneys of a thunderwolf filtering it out, just peeing lasers everywhere. But it is raised up to 1.13 now. That has shocked me. I'm scared to death. Like my kidneys are falling apart. They say, oh, animal protein doesn't cause kidney disease. That's a myth. It's not a myth. It's happening in my face. And I'm telling you, I focus on the fat. I just glob it on there. I'm not trying to eat no high chicken breast diet. And my kidneys are falling apart. And I see this. You can see it in the bags. I was starting to get them myself. In the darkness, every keto person, just look at it. Look at everybody long term, these keto guys. I call them keto eyes, and I'm gonna do a whole video on it. So my kidneys are effed right now, and the EGFR reading is 82. That's of like a 70-year-old man. I have the kidneys of a 70-year-old man, and I can't even dance as good as one. a 70-year-old with a cane at a hot box. I was doing some research, and you want it above 90 for my age, and I'm down at 82, meaning my kidneys aren't filtering well. This is the wrong direction. We're trending in the wrong direction. I'm dying. So that has me worried, and I'm just trying to think, like, how can you possibly do a carnivore diet and have healthy kidneys? What would you have to do? Like, you'd have to add in the plants that heal the kidneys, like lemons and the cucumbers and the celery juice. How would you even manage it? So if I was to continue doing a carnivore diet, I would have to wake up with the lemon water and start juicing a bunch of stuff and take herbs for the kidneys, and it could be done, but it worries me. That's crazy. I mean, my muscle's not that much. Like, I do have some more muscle, but I'm roughly the same weight I was as a vegan. I was 146 then, I'm 149 now. So it's like, I'm not muscle mass increased enough to warrant these levels of creatinine in my blood. So this is not good. This is not good. Starting off on a high note. So we're moving on to B12. Why, hello to you. So I've been trying to get this up there. Over 500 is what I've heard every naturopath say. Maybe because they sell B12 injections. I don't know. Could be. But I've never been able to get it up there. As a vegan, it was 157 in 2009, up to 190, 250, 280, 233. I don't know why it dipped on that last year, but it was rising very slowly. But now, 359. No B12 supplementation, just meat. I ate meat and I absorbed it. So it's still not in the optimal levels, eating nothing but B12. My whole diet's B12. Still not high enough. What the hell is that? All my sodium, potassium, chloride, everything, that's all good. TSH is 235, 2.35. I don't think that's great. It might be okay. I haven't researched this in a long time, but it used to be 4.22 as a vegan, and then 245 last year, and now 235. I don't know, it's thyroid function. If it's too high, you got the hypothyroid, I think. So I'm not sure. Honestly, post it down below if you know if those are good numbers, but could be. My hemoglobin A1C is 5.5. I'm not sure if that's high either. I haven't researched that one enough, but it sounds like it's right on the borderline of like diabetes town. It's saying normal range is between 4% and 5.6, so I'm right on that. I'm kissing that edge. I'm kissing a diabetic eating a sandwich. That's fine. We're in love. Now here's my second alarm bell. I tested C-reactive protein, which measures inflammation in the body. And coming from a history of inflammatory bowel disease, I've wanted to get that number down. It was sky high. Oh my God, what was it? My CRP on the high-fat vegan diet, eating 1 meal a day, juicing, big salads, just nut yogurts, everything fermented, 7.38. It should be under 1. Like 2 is dangerous. 3, you're basically dead. 4, you've been killed and brought back to life and killed again. Like 7 is insane. That's so high. I did have a bit of a tooth infection when I tested it, but it did go down slightly. We're at 6.2 now, so it's like trending in the right direction, but still like nightmare. Inflammation, like I have the arthritic hips of a zebra. It could just be that hernia mesh stabbing me, constantly creating inflammation in that area. So I don't know. I don't know if I can even get it down with diet until I remove that, or I have a low-grade viral infection, just 10 different viruses infecting different areas of my body, and I'm just inflamed as shit. It did go down, but it's still really high. I tested my vitamin D levels, and I was curious. I should have tested them as soon as I got back from Thailand. But I spent 1.5 years in Thailand, and for the most part, I kind of avoided the sun. I didn't want to age. I was always like long sleeves. But during the last couple months, knowing that I was coming back to Canada, I spent a lot more time in the sun. I've heard of people going on little winter vacations for 2 weeks. Oh, that's how I get my vitamin D. You're lying, bitch. You're lying. My vitamin D levels were 60. And that's the Canadian number. 24 for the American number. It should be so much higher, it's not even funny. I'm so deficient. Like, I spent a year and a half in the sun, and it didn't hold. The Canadian tundra zapped it, sucked it right out of my ass. It's funny because Frank Tefano reached out to me. He's like, bro, you're failing hard. It's hard to watch. It's hard to watch. I'll help you. Just eat some of this stuff. You're definitely deficient in vitamin D. I never would have even thought of it. Like, that could be because I was suffering from low energy levels. And he's like, because you're VD, deficient. But the reality is, Frank is a prophet. He's the greatest prophet of our time. And he knew. He could see my blood. He just felt it. He felt it within his spirit chakra, his 11th chakra in the heart. He was like, yep, you're deficient, buddy. So I have been supplementing now, and we'll get that back up. But I was always deficient. As a vegan, I was 56 in 2009, 67 in 2017, and now 60. So we're bad. We haven't gone up anywhere. I bet it was low in Thailand too. I should have tested it then. But it's funny because during that steroid and vegan gains debate, steroid told us that you can't be deficient if you eat animal fat. It's impossible. I debunked your ass. I'm deficient as shit, and I eat nothing but quality meats, grass-fed, pasture-raised bison fat. So I don't know what the best source of vitamin D is in the diet, but I was eating liver. I was eating all the meats, having eggs sometimes. It's like, if you're worried, you're vegan, it's like, oh no, I don't get vitamin D in my diet. Just take a supplement or go out in the sun, because the diet didn't help. It ain't gonna help you. All my hematology was fantastic. Neutrophils everywhere. Levels of glory. My urine was turbid. I got turbid urine. So that's good. It's a good sign. They pointed it out. It's like, oh, it's not clear. It should be clear. It was thick with cow's blood. So that's a good thing. It was 5.5 pH if you're curious. I could pee a hole through a metal sheet if I wanted to. And I do want to, so I will. I thought I had hepatitis B. I didn't understand this thing. I have the vaccine for it, which also pisses me off. I was vaccinated and there's proof it's still in my body. I hate that. But I thought I had hepatitis B. I was like, oh my god, why? So I just have the antibody to it. So I'm immune to it. I'd rather not have that. And now the time you've all been waiting for, the cholesterol readings. These got interesting quick. That escalated quickly. That's just wow. As a vegan, I started off, I was pretty high at 4.88, which was 189 converted. And then it went down to 3.98, then 3.3, 4.1, 4.05, which is 156 in your Yankee Doodle numbers. And now we're at 7.45. That's 288. It doubled. It basically doubled. 156 to 288 now. I have 40% less oxygen in my brain. I have a 97% increased risk of a heart arrhythmia that will end my life prematurely. My HDL, which was always like 1.09, 1.13, 1.07, shot up like a lightning bolt from the deep ground where Satan dwells in his off time. 1.94 now. We doubled it. I'm safe now from heart disease because I have HDL. That's the good one. It's high. Nothing else mattered, I think. Unfortunately, the same thing happened to the LDL. That used to be 2.52, 1.77, 2.55. It was actually pretty high. That's 98 converted as a vegan. 2.55 shot up a little tiny notch to 5.25. That's not much. It's 203. It's supposed to be 70 to 90. 5 times the amount. My arteries have narrowed, much like that of a bottle of soap that you keep pouring it out of and then it clogs up the nozzle. Nothing gets anywhere. My doctor literally prescribed me Crestor or something, some kind of statin. She's like, you better take that, you're gonna die. I was like, oh yeah, I'll take those for sure. I'll definitely take those. Thank you. Can't wait. How much should I take? Can I take with a lot? Because I will. With water? Yeah. That's how I'll do it. Yeah, okay. Now when it comes to triglycerides, I don't know how important these are in the equation, but as a vegan, they were 90, 93, 83. As a carny, 50.48. You wish you had those numbers. For somebody who literally drinks fat, just gargles it in his mouth, I have like the lowest blood fat possible. Those are phenomenal numbers. Like under 100 is decent. 50, you wish. You wish. So I don't know what to think with these. I got heart disease. My kidneys are on fire. Frickin' basophils in the normal range. That's dangerous. Trepid pee. Turbid. Frickin' turbid pee. Vaccines in my blood. What am I supposed to do with all that? My inflammation off the roof. B12 inadequate still. I'm scared to death. If I was just going by how I felt pretty good. But if I'm looking at the signs in the mirror with the dark eyes coming in, and like I was getting all these liver spots, like increased dramatically. They've already gone down. I've been juicing like crazy. Lemons everywhere. But like I was aging fast. My liver, I think it's all about that liver. Just too much fat burdening that liver. That ages you quick. It's a lot. All these keto anti-agers are, none of them look young. What are they talking about? They're all gray and weird, wrinkly. So if any blood experts want to weigh in down below, are my fears unnecessary? It seems a little crazy. I mean, the cholesterol is debatable. Some of the carnies are just like, yeah, it doesn't matter at all. And the vegans are like, it's everything. And who knows who the real truth is. But it's the other numbers I'm more worried about. The creatinine, the inflammation. Just going off the numbers, it doesn't feel like this is healthy long term. Every number that I pay attention to is going in the wrong direction. And I can't recommend you do it. If you feel fantastic on it, I don't know, it's a game of Russian roulette. I don't know, there's so many beneficial things in meat. I see it now. I see it, but going all meat, it might be too much for the organs to handle. So I think maybe a tiny bit here and there is the better approach, more plant-based. We'll see. So I think we're done here. I just wanted to share the test. I had nothing to hide. People kept begging for the test. I didn't want to talk about diet for 30 days. We didn't really reach the goal, but it almost happened until I almost died. That was fine. But yeah, I got nothing to hide. I have no attachment to the carnivore diet. I'm looking for truth here. If it's not the healthiest diet, then why do it? So we're not doing it anymore. I'll tell you that much. And I feel like shit. I actually feel so much worse than I did on the carnivore diet. I'm back on juices and fruits and shit, and I feel so tired. I'm so tired and worse, but my blood will be nice. That's all you need. So we're done. Thank you so much for watching the video today. Consider giving it a thumbs up if you liked it. Thumbs down if you're deficient in rabies. You just have to pet a foaming mouth raccoon. Just pet him nicely and wait till he bites you, and then rub it in. Just rub it in with some grass. The nearby grass will get it into your bloodstream faster. The vitamin K will dilute the blood vessels and thin the blood. Then it travels to your heart. So, just solid advice here, as always. We're done. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you on the next one.